How about having a business plan instead of a New Year resolution? Welcome to the channel. My name is Kobe Catalyst and I'm the host in the hot seat. Well, it's white, but you know what I'm saying. Today, we are going to focus on a photography business plan and how to make that plan your 2021 New Year resolution instead of just saying something out of the air like, I really want to be like the best photographer in the industry. I want to do this, and then you just say it into thin air for it to work like magic. We're actually going to put pen to paper. So with that being said, get your pen, get your paper, and then maybe a glass of whatever you want or you like, and then stay tuned. Many people like to argue that photographer doesn't need a business plan. It's too much paperwork, it's too much cumbersome. You write so much stuff on paper that you don't need. It's a photography. All you need is just your camera and your lens, and then you get straight to taking pictures and you get paid for it. But then you ask yourself many questions, like first question, how much revenue are you targeting for the year? What's the market that you're targeting for you? What kind of product, what kind of services are you bringing into the market for that particular year? You don't want to keep thinking about all of these things on a daily, because one thing that you want to focus on is your daily implementation of your skill. All you want to think about is the creative aspect of it. And then you can have something, a document to follow on every day. You come back every week, every month, you just check your progress. Where have you got into when it comes to that? What's a business plan? You ask yourself, like, what's a business plan? This guy is talking about business plan. What is it? A business plan is just a document that will detail how a company will achieve its goals. It's so simple. It's as basic as that. If you want to think about a business plan, just think about high school. Think about the goals you set for yourself in life. Like, what did you want to be in future? Maybe you wanted to be a surgeon, a doctor. You wanted to be a millionaire. You wanted to own a Ferrari, a Bugatti, or a Lamborghini, any of those cars. You just thought about them. Some people will just put it on the paper. In this case, you're thinking about these things for your business and you're putting them on a paper using the smart way. Smart in terms of it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's reliable, and it's timely. That is the technique you're going to use to write your business plan. The first question you want to ask yourself is, who are you writing the business plan for? You are basically writing it for yourself, but not fully for yourself. You are writing it for yourself in the perspective of the market, in the perspective of your prospective clients, of your existing clients. You are looking into their mind, trying to read their mind. Now let's look at 8 segments of the business plan for us to be able to achieve this business plan for 2021. Remember, we are talking about these 8 segments, but we're going more into details over the weekend when we go to our live session where we try to build a business plan and help everyone who has a question on how to build it. So for the next 2 weekends, that is what we'll be doing in order to get our business plan ready for 2021. So the first section of a business plan is the executive summary. The executive summary is just basically the overview of your photography business. What is the main aim of your photography business? What are the activities, the functions, the core services that you provide now? Now, one thing that you have to include in your executive summary is the unique value proposition. What is unique about your business right now? And then if you have a team, maybe it's a whole team, it's a production, you list all the team members and the various values that each of them, the unique values that they bring onto the table. If it's just you, put down all the unique values that you have. You probably are good with people. You have good people skills, you have good customer service, or you have enough information when it comes to a specific industry, or you are a nurse, or you're a doctor. You put everything in the executive summary because you want to know how you see the business right from the aspect of the market, not from your aspect, but from the aspect of the market. That's how you're writing your business plan. Number 2 is you look at the market opportunity. You are now looking at the market, you are looking at the gap in the market, the gap in the current industry. You are looking at the photography industry in your local market. You are looking at what exactly is lacking in my local market. What are the gaps in there? Maybe you have a lot of wedding photographers in your industry, but nobody is actually doing newborn photography. Remember, when you look at the laws of leadership or the laws of marketing, you're looking at one of the laws, which is the law of category. You want to be the first in a specific category. How will your product, whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are imagining, how will it fill that gap? So when you're looking at the market opportunity, you're looking at two things. Is there a gap in there? And how will your product fill in that particular gap? Number three is you're looking at the product or the service itself. What are the key features of that particular product or service that you want to bring into the market? For instance, you want to start wedding photography. That's all right, but what exactly is the key feature? What's the new benefit you are bringing into the industry that people are going to see it as a differentiator or a differential from all the other photographers that provide this particular service to them? You have to be key. You put down that particular product or service you are bringing in and look at what can you add to the product to increase the value of the product. Number four is you are going to look at pricing. You're looking at the pricing of that product or the service that you are bringing in. And pricing is one topic that we'll be looking at in details in subsequent videos. But for this particular photography business plan, we are going to look at pricing from the point of the cost structure. How much will it cost you to implement this product or this service? And then how much profit you want to make. So if you want to make 20% profit on this particular product or service that you want to bring in, that is one key thing you should look at. So we are looking at pricing from the point of cost price. Now, the other key thing you want to look at is how much revenue are you likely to get from this? That brings us to number five, which is your target audience. Who are the customer segments that you are looking at? Who are the people you are targeting to bring in? Who are the people who will be willing to buy into this product or service? You don't just bring out a service because you want everyone to get it. If your target is specific, maybe you want to go into corporate headshot, then you know your target is the people in the corporate world. Now, what you want to also do is you want to look at the demography of the customer target you are looking at. Let's say you are looking at a specific age range, or you are looking at a specific income range, or you are looking at a specific place where people are. Let's say you are looking at downtown, or you are looking at universities, you are looking at high schools, you are looking at people who work, you are looking at small businesses. You have to be specific on the type of demography that your customer segment is so that you can focus keenly on getting them. Now, this brings us to number six, which is the marketing strategy. The whole idea of a marketing strategy is how will you be able to acquire new customers to purchase this particular project. Marketing is a big issue. There are different methods of marketing, and that's something we'll delve in deep when it comes to another video as well. Remember, we are preparing this particular business plan for 2021. So it's going to take a little bit of time for us to get it, but we hope to get it latest by the end of this month, so that right from the 1st of January, we'll be able to implement it. The seventh part is competitive landscape. What I normally do is to look at my top 5 competitors. Top 5 in terms of different attributes. What are the 5 things that 5 different people have and they are on top of me in that particular market? It could be they are providing something similar to the product I want to bring or service I want to bring. It could be that they are providing different service and products, but they have something that attracts people to them. So you are looking at your competitive landscape and you are looking at what do they do that differentiates them from everybody else? And what do you have that none of them do have, and that gives you a competitive edge? So these are the 2 things you are going to look at. And if you are looking at your competitive landscape, you are looking at it locally and nationally. You can add internationally if you are an international photographer. 8 is you look at the financials. How do you fund this product? How do you fund this service? Do you already have the equipment or the investment for that? You already have the gear, or you need to get specific gear. Let's say you're going to newborn, you need to buy props. Do you have the funding for these props? Let's say you're going to a headshot, you need to get yourself a nice backdrop. You need to get yourself a canvas backdrop. You need to get yourself some few items like strip box, all of those accessories. Do you have the funding or you have the investment opportunity? Let's say you're going to weddings, you want to add printing to your work. Are you going to pay a printing press or you're going to go into a collaboration with them? So all these 8 steps are things that you have to look out for when you want to build your photography business plan. As I said earlier in the video, we will have a live discussion on Saturday to go in depth into this business plan, and if possible we can start building on this business plan. Now, I was talking about a focus group that I want to create for 2021, and this is a very simple focus group where we meet on Zoom or any other available platform which is private enough for all of us, and then we'll discuss on how we are able to achieve what we put on this business plan. Now, don't forget, if you want to join our Facebook group, the link is in the description. It's the business side of photography. You join, you get approved. We put in a lot of knowledge in there. We put in links to templates and everything that we are going to create. Thank you guys for being part of this video. Thank you all. My name is Kobe Catalyst, and see you in the next video.